Good morning, my fellow BIAFRAS. Good afternoon. Good evening. Depend on your time and your location. I greet you and I salute you for coming in. This is RealBiafraTv this morning. We are once again, we are live, we are direct. As you can see, today is September 13, 2025. On this day, we are live and we are direct. So, as you are coming in, please endeavor to share and like the program as you come in, because it is very, very imperative that when you view the program, you like it, you share the program, you are letting other people know that we are live and we are direct, so they can also come in as we are about to kick it off this morning. So it is very, very important as you do so. It simply means, may it please your hearts and your mind to like and share this program, please, so other people know that we are live and we are direct. This is the most important part of it that we all have to do, because what we are doing, we are not just doing it, but we have a mission, we have a direction, we have our own way of doing things, not the way other people are doing. So please, I urge you, as you come in right now, please like and share so other people may know that we are live. As I am taking my time to share before we move this morning, as I greet you, permit me to greet our able military men of United States of Biafra, and also our able Deputy Prime Minister and all the cabinet members of United States of Biafra. We, from here, I greet you all good morning. And Maz Nandekano, Maz Simon Epa, Obato Obie himself, and the Onyendu, Maz Nandekano. I greet you and salute you all. So please, as you come in, please this morning, please like, share the program so other people may know that we are live and we are direct. And why is it important for you to like and share and also subscribe to the YouTube page? One, when you share the program, from you, people may understand and see the program and listen to it. You also doing what? Doing your own job by sharing, liking, and listening to the program, so others may join you. That is Onyanoya Kara 1 year. Then the other side of it, whenever you like someone else through your like, we know that we are live and we are direct. So you see that you are also doing the job that I'm doing also, not only me. When you like and share, you are doing the same work I am doing. So we are doing the work together. Simply mean, it's not only me to do the job. It takes you and I to do what? To do the job. So that is why it is very, very important that once you come in, endeavor to like and share without wasting time. You know the importance of what we are doing, and that is why we are here. Now we have 10 views. If you can have 10 views and have 10 likes at a time, it's not a crime. So I urge you to like, share, comment your thoughts in what we are doing, because it matters so much. From what you comment, I learned my own lesson. The way you are getting some things from what I'm explaining, what I'm doing. So that is why the work is both all of us to do it, not only me. If I bring my own parts, you do your own part. When you are listening, you are commenting, you are liking the program, you are sharing the program, you are making others to know what we are doing and why we are doing it. In what we are doing this morning, we want us to understand more on this part 2 of the ocean survivor, in quotes, and people who never heard about whistle survivor in their entire life and the meaning of the survivor whistle, that come out to misinform and mislead people, both those in the homeland and also those in the diaspora, because social media is a willing tool to destroy things very easily. And you know that in life, to destroy is very easy, but to build is very hard. Do you know what it takes, Mazen and the Kano, to build up to where we are today? Also, do you know what it takes, Obatobie, to build up to where we are today? And what it takes in the government of United States of Biafra to build where we are to this moment? So these are the things that are very imperative in what we are doing, that we all must pay attention to make sure that our enemies did not destroy what we are doing. Also, to make sure that what we are doing so far is our right, that we stand on it and maintain it, so people may know that we know ourselves, and we also know why we are doing what we are doing. We are not just doing something because others are doing, but because we want our freedom outrightly from Nigeria. Nigeria was destined to be a killer of youth and young men. That is Nigeria for you. That is why we don't want to belong there. A country that values cow more than human being. A country that is protects cow more than human being. That is the kind of country that we find ourselves into. And we, the Biafran people, continue to say, no, we are not going to live in such a country where they come out and tell that youth are the leaders of tomorrow. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, cow happen to be the leaders of tomorrow, because they will give cow military to protect cow. Why that they are not going to give human being military to protect them? These are part of the things that we see. And because of Nigeria is not a country. If Nigeria is a country, can they present document of their declaration of Nigeria as a country? Nigeria was a company that transformed into a country by Lugard and his girlfriend. These are two people who stood up and created Nigeria. Nigeria did not go through war of building a country like India, like America. Like many countries you are seeing today in the world, Nigeria did not undergo that process. That is why Nigeria is not a country. But because of there is oil in Biafra land, they use the money they make from this oil to bribe their way in. Nigeria is supposed to be like Kosovo, Taiwan, and every other, some individual countries who do not have the official declaration of their country. But because of bribe and how corrupt the so-called white people, America, UN, Britain, EU, and all of them, how because of their corrupt, that is why Nigeria is a member of them today. When it's come to qualification of being at that standard level, Nigeria lack it. They don't have it. A Fulani man is there who cannot stand up, address people with good English for 1 hour. Is it the kind of future that the world are building? And because of we see that, our leader Mazen Kano saw it come, he says, no, we can't belong in such a country. So I urge you this morning, as you come saying, please Like, share, subscribe on this page. Please. Please. Like, share, subscribe on this page. We are here to educate ourselves. We are here to learn. We are here to understand some things that we have never had before, that we are hearing right now, and to avoid misinformation and misleading people and propagating fake news everywhere. That is why we are here, to put the record straight and make you to understand the importance of those things they want to mislead you. So please, if you are first time coming to this page, you want to like the program and you could not see where you can like thumbs up like this in your hands, in my hand. What you will do is this. You will see me in the middle of a wall. There is a 3 dot in front of you. Please click on that 3 dots. It will open. You will see like and share. Please do so as you come in this morning. We are here to discuss about the importance of survival whistle in a new country like United States of Biafra, and how can army, the military, and the civilians can use it to work together to send a signal, and the importance of that signal and how you can use it. That is a part of the things we are here to do this morning. So I want you to know that you coming here is not for saga, it's not for any other thing, but it is for you to learn, for us to understand when you hear a word, survival whistle, and how the world got so in touch of what is called survival whistle, and how other countries has using it, and even also present now, how England, their police, their military are using it. It's not a crime to use a survival whistle, because it is very simple act and very easy thing to send a message when you are in distress, when you are in wilderness, when you are in noise area, when there is attack. It just to raise a signal to inform another person that something wrong is going on. Like when you are on the road, you see an ambulance blowing siren. It's just a signal that free the road, there's a danger. Then what you will do, you will escape, you will free the road. That is why you see ambulance having some signals of alarm. It's to tell you that something is happening and you must free the road. So we are here this morning to let you know 1 or 2 things. As you come, we are going to spend only maximum 2 hours. So please, as you come, like and share the program. Yes, I see Joseph, you are welcome. We are people from Africa, really. We are black from Africa, and we exactly from, there was a time America becomes a new country. There was a time America is a new country. There was a time they declared their independence. That is what is happening to us. Now we stood up to declare United States of Biafra, United States of Biafra, on November 29, 2024. We have met all the criteria for us to be a new nation around the world. The criteria we met, we have a population. We have a population of over 50 million self-referendum votes to declare United States of Biafra as a new country that moves out from Nigeria. These are the criteria we have met. We also have a working government that are ready to, in a capacity to enter into agreements with America, with every other countries in the world. These are the criteria, the standard that we have met before we went in to declare a new country. We also have our constitution. When you go to Amazon, you will see United States of Biafra constitution. We also have our currency. We also have our embassy in Washington, D.C. We also have some mission offices that we have built around the world to where people come in and get their order of constitution, charter, a lot of things that we have that we on the market. So go to Amazon, you will see where you see American law document is where you see United States of Biafra document like our constitution and every other things. That is to prove to you that we are prepared and we are ready to go. So I want you to know that everything is working in between. Please, as you come, please like and share. Should be your next thing you do once you see the program. For the last time, there is a 3 dots in front of your phone. Click on it, it will open. You will see live. You will see a 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. That is a dot, a dot, a dot into 3 places. Straight. Click on it, it will open. You will see like, and we share the program. So as we are moving this morning, we are going to bow down to listen for a prayer from our leader who is in prison, who Nigeria kidnapped, break all the international laws. They kidnapped him in Kenya, rendition him in Nigeria without necessary process, without necessary documents, no court of law from Kenya. Today, Kenya has come outside and said that that they are sorry for colluding with Nigeria and participating in their evil. That they are sorry and that amount they give was not what we need. What they could have done is to demand to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to their country. That could be what Kenya could have done. The thing they will do, the one that they have put out there is nothing. Because after their apology and giving themselves fine, they will pay to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for what they did. Is he free a man today? The answer is no. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is he a free man today? The answer is no. Kenya could have demanded to Nigeria to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to Kenya first, before any other thing, and they start from their country in their law to know if he committed any crime that warrant his illegal kidnapped and illegal detention for over 5 years and in Nigeria. That is why Nigeria is not a country. Because a country must have law and respect treaties. If UN, EU, and every other country think they are right and they are doing something, they're supposed to sanction Nigeria for breaking the laws of countries and the nations. Nigeria break every law to went out there to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So by now, every country that a member of EU like Nigeria supposed to sanction Nigeria, place embargo on Nigeria because of their evil doing and because of their illegal work against humanitarian rights and also against the people of Biafra. Today, after our declaration, the government went ahead to give Nigeria a document that Biafra has been re-declared, leave our country. From November 2019 today, Nigeria refused to leave. Rather, they launched military in every street in Biafra land with armored tankers, bombing our bushes, our houses, our markets, and killing and kidnapping people of United States of Biafra. These are the law that UN put for us there and tell us that this is how you can go. And the UN said that it's a right of people to form a new government and make a declaration. If they say that that's law, they said it's for every country, every human being is for the black people. What are they still waiting for? Because of Nigeria bribed their way into UN, into EU. That is why they are not talking. Because Nigeria is paying UN money. That is why no member of UN is saying a word against the injustice meted on the Biafran people till today. That is why EU are not saying anything. Rather, they are supporting Nigeria. When you have an agreement with the countries under UN and you break those laws, UN is supposed to sanction you. But because of their corrupt people, they want money. They have longer throats on what Biafran people has. That is why they could not be able to sanction and place embargo on Nigeria. Rather, they are doing it on Biafran people. That is why Finland has the temerity to arrest and sentence Master Simon, a freedom fighter. How could we get a new country without somebody standing up as leader and fight for it? Finland and UN. When Finland becomes a member of NATO, that is where everything collapses, because NATO is a corrupt entity, a bribe entity that exists in this world. When you see what they are doing in Biafra land, you will know that there is no genuine group in the world anymore. What we are now is to your tent, every nation. All these organizations exist on the paper and the name they are calling themselves. But when it's come to take the right of a human rights, they said they are presenting or representing, they are lying. They are not doing anything for us. They are not helping. Rather, the UN members and countries that's made up of UN, they are the worst corrupt leaders in the world right now. That's why they could be able to remove their eyes from injustice meted on people of Biafra till today. And they do as if they are not seeing it because of their corrupt mind and because of what they will gain. UN is all about every country who are a member of UN. What they will gain from you is what is matters from them. Any member of UN, Nigeria are paying them money. That is why Nigeria is borrowing a lot of money. Go and ask China how much Nigeria is owing. Nigeria have been sold because of the level of money Nigeria borrowed from China. Today, UK refuse to borrow Nigeria money anymore. America are no longer borrowing them money because the ones they are owing, they are not paying those debts. Rather, they run to another different country to go and borrow money, to go and seek for aid. After everything, a country that has oil, that people supposed to come to their own and borrowed money. Rather, they are the one borrowing trillions, billions of dollars to other countries. So, we are here to let the world know that if you said you are not corrupt, why are you not supporting? Why are you not talking about the injustice meted on the people of Biafra or every country that people are pressing down today? You want to remain on the top with your corrupt group. Everybody who is a member of UN is supposed to have vote of no confidence from your country because they are not representing you. They are only there to make money for their family and for themselves, and also keep that name they are answering UN. UN has become an embodiment of destruction of human rights. What they put out on their document as law that guides UN is not what they are representing. The law is stand on itself, and why people that constituted these laws are doing another different thing outrightly. These are why injustices are going on in every part of the world today. I want to know that and know it clearly. When you see Britain in what they are doing today, I want you to know that UN, EU, America, even Donald Trump today, Donald Trump only come to now make money for America. He doesn't care about the right of people anymore. He only cares for how they can destroy other people. That is what America cares for. No matter that they are the world power. If they are the world power and they cannot be able to maintain what they said when Russia and Ukraine is fighting, they open up their mouth in one of their summits and said that it's inalienable right of people to defend themselves, to govern themselves, to choose the alliance. Why is it that when a black man or African man decide to do that, they will tag him terrorist? Why? America. Your vice president leads a delegate to Ukraine. In that summit, he said it's inalienable right of people to choose their governor, to choose the alliance, and the self-defense must be preserved. Today, are you preserving that self-defense? Donald Trump. All you care is money, business, not any longer right of the people. But we Biafran people, coming off United of Biafra, we end all this impunity because we are going to make sure that everything gets right. People knows they are right and take their right. The UN Charter must be submitted under amendment because of the impunity they attach on that. Because of the impunity they attach on that their law that could not protect a new country until you got a membership of UN. Before you get it, you will spend money. They will collect money from you. That is what America. That is what UN Charter, Geneva Convention, Montevideo Convention, all these laws, the body of these they put out there, an organization for having a new country. What those laws are saying is quite different from what all these people are doing. The law is different from what they are doing. It's not when it's come to a black man, it's no longer their inalienable right to defend themselves, to protect themselves, to govern themselves, to choose the alliance, to make friends with country they want. It's no longer. But when it's come to white people, it is a right. At that time, it will now become a fundamental right of them. Having a new gun become abomination. That is what we are passing through today. That is why they can be able to arrest our Prime Minister, Simon Eber, Finland, with Alexander Stubb, a criminal, a 419er, a bad man with heart of evil, and his law firm, and the man he choose that he corrupted with. Go and verify. They have put money. Nigeria government know how to open an account in other country for any lawyer they want to use for them to get him. But this case of Simon Eber, we open Finland Nyash, and the world will see how corrupt Alexander Stubb, how corrupt he is, and how he has come to destroy Finland. That reputation of Finland with people of Biafra in 1967 to 1970, Alexander Stubb with his kangaroo court judgment has destroyed it today. We are no longer a friend of Finland. Finland becomes an enemy of Nigeria, by enemy of the Biafran people, by helping Nigeria to arrest and sentence our Prime Minister of a new country called United of Biafra for 6 years. Look at the impunity. And EU are doing nothing. UN, the countries that under UN are saying nothing because Nigeria is a member. Nigeria bribed their way into all this organization to help them cover their impunity and what they are doing. It shall never be well with all of you who are eating from the blood of the Biafran people. My people, we have taken our 30 minutes to lay our preamble. We want us to know that everything that we are doing, there is a reason. And this is our time to take it by force. So, we are going to go into the main program that you see on the headline. How can a military of a new country and the civilians can use survival whistle together to make sure that things are going well in the new country? Please, as you come, like and share, subscribe on this page, RealBiafraTv. You can see it on your screen. Just go and subscribe. And also, not that the subscribe is issue, turn notification on so you know when we are live and we are direct. So my people, we are going in to why we are here this morning, because a lot of things are happening, but we must adhere to do it. They will tell you in everything, international law who only work for the whites. Thank you so much. Traffic police in Britain use whistle. Thank you. I see that comment. Thank you so much. I love that your comment. So we must continue, my people. No time to waste time anymore. What we are doing is our right to do it. Listen to this.
Is a complex field. When it comes to an army of a new declaration of independence without international recognition, the rules that apply depend on whether the conflict is classified as an international or non-international armed conflict. Here's a break.
Listen to this. International humanitarian law, often referred to as the law of war, is a complex field. When it comes to when it comes to an army of a new declaration of independence without international recognition, listen, the rules that apply depend on whether the conflict is classified as an international or non-international armed conflict. We are coming down for you to understand how survival whistle goes on, and you know that on this international law, there is how they always tell us what to do. But when you are doing what they ask you to do, they tag you a terrorist, they tag you a separatist, they tag you insurgency, they tag you rebel. And they say that the law is working. The law was only meant for the white people, not for black. That is why black people must raise up to have their own law. Can any white man be arrested in Africa and detained for 3 months because he's a freedom fighter? Tell me where it happened. They see Africans are common. They see us as people because of how we present ourselves. But I am thank God that some country has started rewriting those wrongs. President like Ibrahim Traoré has started changing that narrative. And some other countries in Africa have joined him to change. Mali, they have joined to change this evil narrative of races of whites and seeing us as we are not human. They are only one who are human beings. The law is for them. Why the law is not for a black man? A time has come for you and I to join hands together to stop them, or rather, they want to stop us. We are not going to stop. That is why we summon the courage, the inner Chester, to declare United States of Biafra government as a new country who are going to stop the impunity of the so-called white people who has never loved us. They will tell you it's together, it's all inclusive. Pure lie. with the experience of things that are happening. What they are rooting, what they put as constitution is different from what their mind and what they are doing right now. I want to remember one thing here. There must be a new country declaration of independency. Why, as they are putting this law, for them to make it easy for other countries, why that if a new country is declared official and has a document, why are they not just say the country has been recognized and they want to go other process before they recognize you? They want to also get money from you. That is why they put those strict laws that are using against people of a new country. What is the again is what is important, not what people want anymore, not the popularity, the majority, what they want, but is what minority, like all those that makes a member of UN, what they are doing and how they are treating others, and think they are the only one who has right to do what they are doing. We must continue. Here are breakdown of the key conditions. Listen.
Breakdown of the key considerations. Unrecognized armies in international law. Non-state armed groups. An army of a new declaration of independence would likely be classified as a non-state armed group. Under international humanitarian law, members of such groups are generally considered civilians, but they lose their protection from direct attack when they directly participate in hostilities.
I hope do you see how they are bending the law? They will tell you that number one thing is, the first thing is official declaration. When you say that declaration document is number one thing, then why are you tagging all these legs of laws that make them to look worthless in the eyes of the law? Why are you putting that? If you are genuine, if you have value of the human right you claim you are representing, we must continue. A new declaration of independence would like to be classified as a non-state armed group. Do you see their cunning way? Instead of giving them automatically a state actors, you call them non-state actors for you to suppress them as you want. There is some laws that must submit to amendment in Biafra. We are not going to go through this way. In Biafra, when a majority of people say they want to become a country, give it to them, because it's how the world is going to be expand and things new will be coming. I want you to know that you are right is you are right. Under international humanitarian law, members of such group are generally considered civilian. Did you see how, after you have said they have declared a new country, they need to seek for membership, and you declare them the military on their own civilians because of their non-state actor? You that are a state actor, what are you doing? It's not impunity that you are doing. You are waiting for bribe. That's all you care for. What you will gain, that's what you care for. Some of you to making it a level ground, and because of you also a member of UN, you are afraid of people dividing your own country. That is why you put this chain on paper and call it law. When you go to where the law is free, you will not act. Every member of UN today are afraid of people dividing and moving away from their country to be divided into two. That is why they will tell you secessionists, rebel, this and that, because they are afraid, they are evil until they change. We stand to be corrected if they are not evil. Why are you afraid of, if you said it's a right of everybody to choose, even those that are in your country? You are intimidating them with your law, so they cannot be able to move. You want to continuously imposing yourself on them. We must continue. But they lose their protection from direct attack when directly participating in hostility. If an army of a country, a new country, a new declaration country independency is what we're talking about. You will see how you connect to this survival whistle. Hold on, do not rush. We are going step to step. We have a lot of things to do today. So that is why the program might last for just 2 hours. And we'll take a rest before we come back again on another platform today. 2 times. After this, we'll have 3 times program today, but we must achieve all of them. So far, Chukwuka will give us the strength to preach this redemption to our people. Now, let us listen to Geneva Convention, what it says about a new nation and the whistle survivor, how they can use it. Listen to this.
The Geneva Conventions. The Geneva Conventions primarily apply to international armed conflicts, conflicts between states. However, there are provisions that apply to non-international armed conflicts, conflicts between a state and a non-state armed group or between 2 non-state armed groups, particularly in common Article 3.
Listen, we are going to Article 3. That is when everything will be out. The Geneva Convention primarily applies to the international armed conflict between a state. How they are conflict between a state. Now, between what is happening in Biafra land and Nigeria, is it not a conflict between a state? Because Biafra has been officially declared with a document, like you said. There are documents of official declaration that they have qualified to seek for membership of UN. For how long that the document that United States of Biafra government sent to UN, for how long are you going to hold before you acknowledge it and accept it? That is why I said all of you are corrupt when it comes to black man. You play your evil heart movement on a black man. The constitution is not for a black man. If it is, why are some of you are fighting Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso? Why are you fighting him? Why are you interfering in what he's doing? Because you said that no state should interfere in other countries' affairs. Why are you interfering the so-called NATO and some country from UN, organization like EU? Why are you interfering in what he's doing in his own country? And you are looking for him to take him away of his life. But the God of Burkina Faso is serving him. That is how also the God of Biafra will save Mas Simon Dr. Ngozi Rabeze and the United States of Biafra as a new nation. How they are provision that apply to non-international armed conflicts. You see, when the country was officially, they will tell you that the army is a non-state international armed conflict. Conflict between a state and non-state armed group, or between 2 or states armed groups, particularly in common Article 3 of the Geneva Convention, gives an army of non-states a right to defend their land and protect its borders. These are the things that we all must know in what we are doing. Additional protocol. Listen to this.
Additional Protocol 2. This protocol was created to expand the protections of the Geneva Conventions to non-international armed conflicts. It provides that dissident armed forces or other organized armed groups who have responsible command and control a part of the territory may be subject to its rules.
I hope you hear what they said. Additional Protocol, Paragraph 2. This protocol was created to exist the protection of the Geneva Convention to non-international armed group. Now, okay, let's assume that Biafra, because of we are not officially recognized, we have non-army in Biafra land. And where, how is it this we are law protecting them? Why Nigeria with the armor tanker in all in Biafra land try to kill all the armies of Biafran people? Tell me, how are you protecting them? What are you telling Nigeria to do? Because Nigeria is a member of you. You are afraid to tell Nigeria, stop, because Nigeria will tell you, this country that these people are under you, they want to leave, also ask them to leave. That is why all of you are so dormant and remain silent. But in this time of era we are, you call it 21st century, we are here to take it by force, because freedom is not being given, it's being taken. And we are taking it, no matter what, how you want to prison all our leaders, and how you want to stop our governments. I want you to know that the people of United States of Biafra has swear with their life to defend themselves as your law of human rights tell us to do. That is our inalienable right to use self-defense to defend ourselves. The self-defense we are going to use, or how you are going to protect non-state actor army, is how. Are they going to defend themselves with stick or with machetes? What are those things that make it their inalienable right of self-defense? What is those things? You are talking about armed conflict. Nigeria is in our land, in Biafra land, a new sovereign state. And how is this your international armed conflict law protecting those you call non-state armed group? How are you protecting them? For mouth, for documents, and the document you hide it, it's not in the open, unless you search before you can see it. How are you protecting them? UN. For how long is our application, our document of official declaration is going to be in your office? What do you want in our land? It's not oil you want. That is why you refuse. We are the owners of this oil. We will not build Biafra with oil. We are going to build Biafra with the brain-based country. That's who we are going to act. We will dash this oil free in due time. But give us what you want. You refuse. So I want you, as you come in, please like and share, and also subscribe on the name you are seeing on your screen, RealBiafraTv. We do things that are real. We don't do copy. We don't run propaganda. We are here to set the record straight. We are going to be pushing, whether enemies like it or not, until our official international recognition comes. The recognition only goes to those that was officially declared their country as an independent country with the documents. That's why we said Nigeria is not a country, because it was not officially declared, but it was amalgamated by Lolugar and his girlfriend. A company, for that matter. That is why America are supporting them, recognizing Nigeria as a country. By now, Nigeria is supposed to be on the list of many countries' embargo. Like Canada, who said that Nigeria, APC and PDP, they are all terrorists. Simply mean because a man who is leading Nigeria through APC, he simply means that he's a terrorist. If they do not want to come out direct and tell them, Musa and the so-called Tunumbu, that all of you are terrorists in what we are doing in Biafra land. But we thank them for the one they have did, because if other country had did it like that, by now that company called Nigeria could have learned a lesson. But because of they have oil, they are paying every member of UN. That is why they cannot be able to talk. Nigeria is a country who will borrow money to bribe a country. The new country is more than large. We have 40 states as we are starting. 40 states. We have over 100 million people. In our vote of self-referendum, return to Jesus, I'm answering your question. In our self-referendum, we have over 50 million votes Over 50 million people who asked, go and declare United States of Biafra as a new country. Imagine a country that has over 50 million self-referendum. We are more than 140 million people right now in the world. That is why we made up of every criteria to be a new nation. We have declared it on November 29, 2024. Now we are seeking for international recognition, for us to put ourselves on an international global stage, to make our standard be known that we are prepared to be a country. Yes, it's a massive group of people. No, not a massive group of people. Write your comment. It's a massive country with a popular number, with a large population number. That is who we are. So we must continue in what we are doing. It provides that distant armed force or other organization armed group who have responsible command and control a part of their territory may be subjected its rules. Hope you are hearing this. We will have our rules. You created it. You put this law. But the question is, are you not seeing what Nigeria is doing in our land? Bombarding from air, putting armor tanker everywhere, burning of houses, markets, kidnapping our people, harvesting their organ day in, day out. You are not seeing it. You are not seeing it because you are corrupt entities that made up of UN and EU. That is why it's like that. The most corrupt group in this world is so-called NATO. They are corrupt entity with evil agenda to Islamize or to colonize people again. They want to colonize Africa for the second time. But it never happened because we never colonized you. We have the ability to govern ourselves. You don't have to intervene. If Nigeria is a country, why is it that when Nigeria wants to provide a president, they will go to Chatham House in England or in UK, if you're a country, and there they will choose who will be your president? Britain still colonized Nigeria till today. That's why they're supporting every Nigeria they are doing. Britain was the first country in the world to say that Nigeria is an Islamic country. These are truth and figures that you can verify when you research about it. Let's continue. One that we must know that we have a right to live as a new country. Whether you give us recognition or you did not. Kosovo is a country without recognition. They play football match with a country on Thursday or Wednesday thereabout, which they won the match. They play against Denmark. They win Denmark Tuesday. They are a country. Despite no recognition from any member of UN. These are things that is happening in this world that we must look at it. But we met over criteria that Kosovo could not be able to meet official declaration. The way the world of UN is treating Kosovo, Taiwan, and the Northern Cyprus is supposed to be the way they are treating Nigeria, because Nigeria did not have an official document of declaration. These are the truths that are hidden from us, but we're here to take it by ourselves. It's our time to do it by ourselves. We must continue. Listen to this. Now, we get you a pen and paper so you will understand what we are doing this morning. Listen to this.
The use of survival whistles. No specific prohibition. There is no specific rule in the Geneva Conventions or their additional protocols that prohibits the use of a survival whistle by combatants, regardless of their status.
I hope you condemn to use survival whistle. Even army of combatants, regardless of their status, like they call Biafra army, now we have no recognition, non-state army, they have right to use survival whistle. In England today, their police is using survival whistle. Their road safety are using survival whistle. Their military is using survival whistle. And survival whistle has landed in Biafra land. Some Mbe case and the Tiburibas, the enemies of people of United States of Biafra, is running propaganda, discouraging people, sending fake news here and there, condemning it. Why in the international global stage they recognize and adopt it, even in Geneva Convention, Common Article 3, Paragraph 2. They said it's not prohibited for a combatant army to use a survival whistle. As we continue, you may know why it is very, very important. Listen to this.
Military and civilian use. Survival whistles are commonly used by military forces, including in modern combat and search and rescue kits, for signaling, communication, and distress calls. They are also widely used by civilians for safety and survival.
Are you hearing it? That woman in France with Obieze, Sona Parawa, Chiamaka Jere, do you hear that military and civilians use survival whistle? Can you hear that? And in what way can they use it? Survival whistle are common used by military forces, including in the modern combatant and search and rescue kits. Skit. I hope you are hearing this. Survival whistles are commonly used by military forces, including in the modern combat and the search and rescue skits. When you are searching for people that was kidnapped or was set or was trapped or was lost inside wilderness, you can use a survival whistle to reach them out, to find them where they are. There is not that survival whistle is what you use to defend yourself. No, but you can use it to send a message for you to be rescued in the danger of where you are, also to raise alarm of things that is about to happen. A survival whistle. That some group of non-entity who cannot research are condemning and are telling you, hey, your government want to ask you to use whistle to defend yourself when Boko Haram is coming. It's not when you see a Boko Haram coming, you will blow the survival whistle. You are military. We know the enemy has come. They will surrender them and capture them. It's just to signal, to send a strong message that something is about to happen, or something is happening in your state or in your country or in your location where you are, even inside bush. That is the use of survival whistle. For the singular communication and the distress call, when you need a communication that is very quiet and very simple, for people who do not understand the code that you are using or what you want, you will blow the survival whistle. Because of others people that understand the importance of survival whistle that are with you or you are military, they will now come to rescue you. Once they rescue you, the survival whistle has become a product of defense to you because it saves you. And if survival whistle is like a distress call, that time you try to use your phone. No, you don't have that time. You blow the whistle. You blast the whistle. Once you blast it, the whistle goes far, more than up to 117 miles away from where you are. Then the people will search you and locate you and rescue you. That is what it simply means. It's to send a signal. It's a part of communication. They call it when you are in a distress. It's a distress call. That is why army are using it, and civilians will also use it. There are also a wide use of by civilians, by safety and survive. You hear it? The safety of the civilians also. How is it becoming safety? When you see Nigerian military coming in Biafra land, regardless of where you are, with the noise of their car, when you blow it, a whistle penetrate inside noise area and go away, and people will hear it. Let me give you an example. In a people that are dancing in a noisy area, they use whistle to command them, to give them signal start and when to end. Is it not true? Sometimes whistle detect how people moves in dancing style. If you are coming from a real cultural village, women and men use whistle when they are dancing, because it's also bringing noise. People will come to wash. These are part of things why survival whistle is very important for a new country. They say it here, a military of a new country, even a combatant military are using survival whistle. Because of your hatred, because of the money they paid you, because of the envy and jealousness that is in your life, you turn back, you refuse to pay attention to the truth, and you become a hater of truth. Please, as you come, please like and share. Put your comments for us to know that you are here, because your comments is also encouraging what we are doing. Please endeavor to do that. After this, we are going to go to comment section and greet everybody this morning. We're going to mention everybody's name and greet them. A survival whistle. How a military and civilians can use it. That's what we're discussing this morning. Let's continue.
Potential complications. The key factor in armed conflict is the principle of distinction, the requirement to distinguish between combatants and civilians. If a survival whistle is used for a military purpose, e.g., to signal an attack or troop movement, it is a legitimate tool of a combatant. However, if a combatant were to use a whistle to feign distress in a way that would trick the enemy and gain a military advantage, this could be considered a perfidious act, which is prohibited under the laws of war. A perfidious act is one that invites the confidence of an adversary with the intent to betray that confidence and kill, injure, or capture them.
Do you hear that? I hope you are following. Potential. The key factor in armed conflict is the principle of distraction. The requirement to distinguish between combatants and civilians. How can the way that civilians and the combatants army of a new country was declared officially can use it to communicate? If a survival whistle is used for a military purposes, e.g., to singular an attack or a troop movement, that's what I said. When you see these people coming with their armor tanker, coming with their healers, coming with their van, you blow your whistle. The whistle goes far. What we are doing, like Biafra, that is a new country right now, we have county commanders, we have state commanders, we have every street commanders. Once you blow it, from where they are, they blow their, or another person, another commander will hear, another commander will blow on the county, state commander will get information. They will now come to do what? To defend the civilian without civilians raising a voice or shouting. That is the rule of what? Survival whistle. A combatant army will use it. It is a legitimate tool of a combatant army. Now that we are a new country, we need to give it to our army, give it to the civil. That is why we have over 5 million survival whistle right now. Hold your own and listen to the instruction how you may use it. Also, in this platform, we are going to be taking step by step to educate you how to use this whistle, and when not, and when it is most important, and how you can, even at danger zone, how you can use it, and it will draw attention of the people that will come and save you. Do not play with it. Be happy that your government understand all these laws and trying to put it in Geneva Convention. They talk about survival whistle. Article 3, paragraph 2. I want you to know that. How if a combatant were to use a whistle to free a distress in a way that would trick the enemy and gain a military advantage? The military will use it in a wise way, to use it to gain advantage from the enemies, the invaders, the occupiers like Nigeria, who are invading our land. Whenever they in agreement of the code they are using to blow the whistle, once the whistle sound once, 2 or 3, you understand the meaning is for you to get ready for action. Well, something is about to happen. That is the work of survival whistle. And you see how important it is. I want you to know that United States of Biafra are dipping hand down into every important laws to make our state a better state or a better country. Till today, England is still using their military, their police, their road safety are still using a whistle. Is it because of they call it survival whistle? On international law, they are the one who call it survival whistle. Because of you cannot research, because of you cannot think, that is why you never come across of survival whistle in your entire life. Even when they say instead of you to go and research, you are on social media making mockery of yourself and rub yourself in the mud to prove how empty you are and how it is true that the white man know the truth, but they will put it in document, they will hide it for a black man. But the Biafran people has come to expose all the things they have hid from us, for us and defend ourselves. You can use it to kill your enemy, injure them or capture them in Biafra land. This is survival ways that we're talking about. That people are here making mockery of it. How army of a new country and civilians can use survival whistle to communicate, to capture enemies, the military that are penetrating in their land. That's what we are discussing. That's what we are bringing out from Geneva Convention, chapter 3, paragraph 2. It said it's the right of the people to use a survival whistle for an act of information. That is a legitimate right to use it between the combatant army, the police, and also the civilians, for them to give information very quick that they have saw an enemy, they have saw Nigerian government in our land. Once they see such a thing, you know when they're coming, if they passes you moving forward, you blow survival whistle, you are telling the people ahead that enemies are coming. They will prepare for attack and to defend Biafra land. That is why it is very, very important for you to understand the importance of this survival whistle, that even Geneva Convention acknowledged it on Article 3, paragraph 2. You had it here. In conclusion, an army of a new declaration of independence without international recognition can use a survival whistle. The use of the survival whistle is not prohibited act under the laws of war. Now that we are in war with Nigerian government, Nigerian military, It is our inalienable right of Biafran army and the civilians to use the survival whistle for send a signal once you saw them in our land. Instead of you to use their voice, blow the whistle goes away up to 117 kilometer to up to 144 kilometer to up to 120 something kilometers. That people are far from you we hear the survival whistle. That people are today talking jargon against without knowing what it is. Let us allow you to play because of the certain Tammuz. That is why we told you in this platform we need your support. We want to build this platform so when we come out, all this that we are reading, we put it on screen. You and I can read and deliberate over it. We will also have a link where you can come as we read. You can also explain because all of us have sense of belong. Biafran people are too intelligent. There is nothing we cannot debunk and there's nothing we cannot analyze in other international laws. That's what we are doing here this morning. We are not here for staggering anybody, but we have to put the record straight to encourage you, for you to understand the importance of the whistle, survival whistle. Listen to this as I play it.
In conclusion, an army of a new declaration of independence without international recognition can use a survival whistle. The use of a whistle is not a prohibited act under the laws of war. The legality of its use would depend on the context and intent, just as it would for a recognized army. As long as it is not used in a perfidious manner, it is a legitimate tool for a combatant.
I hope you heard it. It is a legitimate tool for a combatant army to use it, and also the people of the country, the civilians, is what they call us. I want to know that everything we are doing, we must maintain this status quo of international law. The protocol, we must observe all of them, no matter how delayed UN and their evil way are delaying us. We are a country without recognition. In conclusion, an army of a new declaration of independence. Biafra was declared officially their independence. We are those that are talking about under Geneva Convention, Article 3, Paragraph 2. Give us the army right. Give us the civilians right to use a survivor. Where they say it is not prohibited, but it is prohibited when you are messing it up. You don't mess the rules of the survivor whistle up. We must continue to do what we are doing. That is why we are doing this. We want you to know it and know that what we are doing is our right. Listen on this again. I read it out so you may understand it. The Geneva Convention primarily apply to international armed conflicts between a state. However, they are previous. They provide this this apply to this law of Geneva Convention apply to non-state actor armed group. Would they call us non-state actor armed group? Like now that we did not have international recognition right now. That is why they are calling us non-armed group of army or military. They said it's our right to use it. By the laws of the protection for direct attack, with the direct participated in historical way. We as the army of Biafra has every right to protect the land by getting information through a survival whistle from the civilians of the new country. The Geneva Convention, paragraph 2, the Geneva Convention primarily gives the states, the army of non-state actor, authority to use its whistle for a single information of a distress call or in wilderness or in attack to seek for backup. na enwe go esi gadi instead of you know mgbe na happy phone iji aka happy phone you cannot fire. Then put the whistle on your mouth and blow and continue firing is what it simply means. Additional protocol. This protocol was granted to expect the protection of the Geneva Convention to non-international armed conflict group. Is provide that the distressed army force or other organization armed group who have responsible a command and control part of the territory by may be subjected to its rules. Now let's continue. The use of survival vessel under international law. It says no specific prohibition. There is no special rule in the Geneva Convention or the additional protocol that prohibit the use of survival vessel by combatant army and regardless of their status and their civilians. Military and civilians use survival vessels are commonly used by military force, including a modern combatant and search and rescue kits. For singular communication and distress call, this also a wide use by civilians, safety and survive. You don't know, you claim you know Adandosh. You know nothing. Look at what they are saying here under international law. How we can use it. And it's a right of. That is why when you hear this kind of a thing, research and check with your government if they are doing it well. This is how we come to section 1. I hope we all understand and we make a common sense in what we explained this morning to you. How we can, and survival vessel is must. Now we have it. You have to get to your own in Biafra land. Also, educate your people. In our section 2, we are going to discuss how we can use it and how it works. But before we do that, we must go to comment section to mention everybody's name if we can't be able to read it all. I see you, Okeshi. Thank you for coming. I see you, Bonnie. Yeah, thank you. I see India, my love. I see you. I see Caris. I see you. Thank you for coming. I see Joseph. I see Onwa. Thank you. I see Stephen. Thank you. I see Collins. Thank you. I see Amoja. Thank you. And the Abudala. I see you. And all the other people in the comment section that are not there, those are our friends. I see Chimezie. Thank you. I see John Egu. Thank you. I see Sunday. Thank you. I see Fosike. I see from Turkey. I see you. I see Ogonaya. Thank you. I see Odeme. Thank you. I see Obi. I thank you. I see Ziwe Onyenkem. Thank you. I see Obuefi. Thank you. I see Chukwuemeka. Thank you for coming. I see Ogonaya again. I see Collins. I thank you so much. I see Obi. I see James. I see Chrisabel. Thank you for coming. I see Mba. Thank you for coming. I see Alexandra. Thank you. Chinedu. Thank you. I see Bon. Thank you. I see Return Jesus. Thank you. I see Ina. Thank you. I see Anebu Achara. Thank you. I see Satus. I thank you for coming. I see Kevin Abbas. Thank you. I see Mike Candy. Thank you. I see Anebu Achara again. Thank you. I see Franklin. Thank you. I see Tina. Oh, Nyenkem. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I see Franklin Wob. Thank you so much. I see Chris Biafra son. It has been long, but you're welcome. Thank you so much, all of you. Now, after our first session, we always allow calls to come. So, if you have the number to call, you can call in. If you don't have it, the number to call is +973 360 51337. That is the number to call. That is the number to call. You can understand from what we discussed this morning that it is a right of a new country to use a survival whistle to do what? Also to save their lives from danger and distress and in wilderness. And when attack is coming, when you see our enemy, they're coming, you blow the whistle. But it was, I hope you followed very well. But as you're waiting for the call, let me allow the voice to play from the beginning until when we get to the main thing that we are looking for this morning. So listen to this as it play. But if your call comes in, we are going to pick up the call and allow people to say their mind. Anybody who wants to call, you are free to call, and also to put your voice in what we are doing, so for other people to know that yes, the Biafran people understand what we are doing this morning.
International humanitarian law, often referred to as the laws of war, is a complex field. When it comes to an army of a new declaration of independence without international recognition, the rules that apply depend on whether the conflict is classified as an international or non-international armed conflict. Here's a breakdown of the key considerations: unrecognized armies in international law. Non-state armed groups. An army of a new declaration of independence would likely be classified as a non-state armed group. Under international humanitarian law, members of such groups are generally considered civilians, but they lose their protection from direct attack when they directly participate in hostilities. The Geneva Conventions. The Geneva Conventions primarily apply to international armed conflicts, conflicts between states. However, there are provisions that apply to non-international armed conflicts, conflicts between a state and a non-state armed group or between two non-state armed groups, particularly in Common Article 3. Additional Protocol 2. This protocol was created to expand the protections of the Geneva Conventions to non-international armed conflicts. It provides that dissident armed forces or other organized armed groups who have responsible command and control a part of the territory may be subject to its rules. The use of survival whistles. No specific prohibition. There is no specific rule in the Geneva Conventions or their additional protocols that prohibits the use of a survival whistle by combatants, regardless of their status. Military and civilian use. Survival whistles are commonly used by military forces, including in modern combat and search and rescue kits, for signaling, communication, and distress calls. They are also widely used by civilians for safety and survival. Potential complications. The key factor in armed conflict is the principle of distinction, the requirement to distinguish between combatants and civilians. If a survival whistle is used for a military purpose, e.g., to signal an attack or troop movement, it is a legitimate tool of a combatant. However, if a combatant were to use a whistle to feign distress in a way that would trick the enemy and gain a military advantage, this could be considered a perfidious act, which is prohibited under the laws of war. A perfidious act is one that invites the confidence of an adversary with the intent to betray that confidence and kill, injure, or capture them. In conclusion, an army of a new declaration of independence without international recognition can use a survival whistle. The use of a whistle is not a prohibited act under the laws of war. The legality of its use would depend on the context and intent, just as it would for a recognized army. As long as it is not used in a perfidious manner, it is a legitimate tool for a combatant.
Thank you so much. I hope you heard it clearly. I know why I allow you to play for the doubting Thomas. For those that are misleading with fake information, those who on social media have since 19 break them, but they cannot bring all these things out to you. They can't make this record straight. They won't add to the value of the survival whistle of United of Biafra brought to us. They want to useless it. We are here to tell them you are lying. You cannot do it. We have to research everything. It's only if we did not see it, then that is the only way we can come and talk in our own common sense. What we are here is when we read this thing like what I'm doing since over 1 hour to just explain it to every layman understanding. And I think with my little kind of explanation that you understand it. That is why the line is open for you to call and tell them that you stop deceiving people. The number to call remains plus 97336051337. That is number to call. Repeat again, plus 97336051337. 33 6051 337. Ozel, I see you. Good morning. You're welcome. The number is free to call if you have listened to what we did this morning. And because of another program I have by 10 o'clock or 11, if you receive a phone call, we are going to close after the phone calls. The other, tomorrow we will start from the main teaching, how to use it when you are under attack. Because the International Geneva Convention said, there is how you will use it, it will backfire against you that are using it. That is why we must be here to do this. For you to understand that this particular survival whistle is very important now that we are a new nation. Remember what they said? A new country that officially declared without recognition. They make it openly for you to understand. For those they are talking, that they have also the right to use it. In England, police are using it still today. A survival whistle. I want you to know that everything that we are doing, there is why Chukwu Okabiama allow it to up to this day. For us to go and search and know it without just following, be a follower. Know it by ourselves. We are going to have 10 minutes. If call did not come, we are going to end the program. As we continue to play it until calls come, that is when we will stop. But in the next 10 minutes, there is no call, we are going to end because we have another program to enter by 10 o'clock or thereabouts. So we're able to have a little bit break before joining the program. We are going to discuss more of all this in that platform today. Mars, the Humble Lion platform, we are using it. Yes, Obi-Wan, traffic police use it also. Even in Nigeria, you will see yellow fever in Nigeria. They use it to signal. Our people, do not be deceived. The time for us to be deceived is over.
International humanitarian law, often referred to as the laws of war, is a complex field. When it comes to an army of a new declaration of independence without international recognition, the rules that apply depend on whether the conflict is classified as an international or non-international armed conflict. Here's a breakdown of the key considerations: unrecognized armies in international law. Non-state armed groups. An army of a new declaration of independence would likely be classified as a non-state armed group. Under international humanitarian law, members of such groups are generally considered civilians, but they lose their protection from direct attack when they directly participate in hostilities. The Geneva Conventions. The Geneva Conventions primarily apply to international armed conflicts, conflicts between states. However, there are provisions that apply to non-international armed conflicts, conflicts between a state and a non-state armed group or between two non-state armed groups, particularly in Common Article 3. Additional Protocol 2. This protocol was created to expand the protections of the Geneva Conventions to non-international armed conflicts. It provides that dissident armed forces or other organized armed groups who have responsible command and control a part of the territory may be subject to its rules. The use of survival whistles. No specific prohibition. There is no specific rule in the Geneva Conventions or their additional protocols that prohibits the use of a survival whistle by combatants, regardless of their status. Military and civilian use. Survival whistles are commonly used by military forces, including in modern combat and search and rescue kits, for signaling, communication, and distress calls. They are also widely used by civilians for safety and survival. Potential complications. The key factor in armed conflict is the principle of distinction, the requirement to distinguish between combatants and civilians. If a survival whistle is used for a military purpose, e.g., to signal an attack or troop movement, it is a legitimate tool of a combatant. However, if a combatant were to use a whistle to feign distress in a way that would trick the enemy and gain a military advantage, this could be considered a perfidious act, which is prohibited under the laws of war. A perfidious act is one that invites the confidence of an adversary with the intent to betray that confidence and kill, injure, or capture them. In conclusion, an army of a new declaration of independence without international recognition can use a survival whistle. The use of a whistle is not a prohibited act under the laws of war. the legality of its use would depend on the context and intent, just as it would for a recognized army. As long as it is not used in a perfidious manner, it is a legitimate tool for a combatant.
I hope we are listening carefully. For those who are misleading people with misinformation, because of she's your enemy, because she's a woman, you can come out and say whatever you want. What is important that the real Biafran people are here to debunk your lies and tell you, set the record straight. We are here to set the record straight. What you said that Orama is doing, she was an agent of Nigerian government. That is why everything coming from government is evil. But she cannot be able to present one by herself. Rather, only to gossip, only to make mockery of what the government is doing. But we want them to know that Biafran people have stood up on their rights to defend and protect whatever that comes from the government. That is what we are here to do. To set the record straight and know why the government are doing it. Now you can see how the government read this law by themselves and understand it and introduce those things that other countries has been used to send a signal without raising a voice. Do you know that you can blow a survival whistle here and run away? The enemies can come here to attack. Yes, Obi-Wan, Adandosh, the evil woman. So, I want to know that under the international law, that the rules are bind for us to get a standard law for our government. And I thank them so much for researching and doing it. But we are here to prove to you that what they are doing, they are researching, but we are here to explain to every layman understanding. That is why we are here this morning, to let you know the importance of survival whistle and how a military and civilians under the Geneva Convention can adhere to use it to protect themselves and send a signal when there is attack, when there is a danger, when there is a things. We are not in the era of woto, no. We are in the era of international laws and good behavior of a new country to prove to the world that we can sign contract of making peace in our country. This is part of it. So I ask if anyone want to call, I have more 5 minutes. If there is no call, we are going to end the program. The number to call is that number you know, plus 9733605133 again 7. That is the number. We have only 5 minutes left. In that 5 minutes, let us see what we can use it to be doing. If no one calls, maybe our people are busy. Today is Friday. If people are busy with work, we're not going to force them to call. But if any call comes in, we are going to give that person the chance to do something this morning, because everything that we are doing, we must continue. Because we understand the impact of what we are doing. Yes, I have a voice I want to play from our sister Adadobi. Send us a voice. Listen to this.
Namo, RealBiafraTv. Nam tutoma nam. Omo Biafra tutoma no, tutoma no. Good morning. Today gamala nama.
Sir?
Oh, my brother. Hey, nne kwa gị. Ama m ngekwu. Asem kodiri gị na mma.
Sir?
Odugoro gị na mma in short. Odugoro gị na mma. Omo Biafra. Ye na sunu biko nu. Like ya no kunu for share button. Like go there, click here, like, share, and subscribe. Sharing, making everybody, one nigga wine, the bob on a hano, Bahama, na one nigga, na-agbasa oziọma Biafra n'ọnọdụ and oziọma na-agbasa ọ bụ onye nwadere ya ọ gara wee bupụta ya n'ebe ndị ọcha zobechara anyị ihe a o wee ga bupụta ya o wee na-akụziri anyị about this whistle. Biko na ụmụ nwanne m ikpere m dị n'ala biko nụ anaghị m ayọ ego kunu wee fidie ya anaghị m ayọ ego kunu wee kwere ugwu ụlọ no ozuka eme ụmụ Biafra anaghị ayọ ego ha ji eri nri biko na ihe na-agwa unu bụ biko nke a na ọ na-akụzi ihe a na ọ ka na-ebupụta ya na sistem ya ota amara our brother independent medias ota ha si ebupụta nke ha ọ na-agosi unu iwu dọkụmentị anyị niile anyị anaghị agụ ya de ota our brother Ekenna ha humble lion ha carry report ha and Exodus ha ota ha si ebupụta nke ha biko na ụmụ nwanne m biko nụ kpụọ ya na fon unu ma nọọsụ n'obodo nọ na ha mere iwu na ha na-etinye ekwentị n'ihu onyonyo ọkwụnụfụ ka iwu ndị obodo si adị o debere ha ya biko na ụmụ nwanne m biko na ana ya unu ikpere nwa ada unu Adaobi Ngọzika dị n'ala biko unu kpụọ ya na fon biko unu nke onye ji ya tụnyere ya biko ka o wee si etinye sistem ya because ihe nwanne anyị na-eti ichi apart from Maazị Simon ka m nụrụ ya and nke a na Simon anọghịzi ya o wee were ya na-eti ichi ha kere ọrụ eke nke a mkwe o ketere ụmụ nwanne m biko na ana ya unu biko na ọkwụnụfụ wesoro a onye ọbụla asịkwana na ọma wee ya na nwaanyị isi ọcha ekwena onwekwa ihe ha ma ya ka nna yọrọ unu gekwanụ ntị our brother ndị gọọmenti na-eji ohere na-asị unu ga-adị ka echi anaghị agwụ jisi n'ike anyị kwụrụ n'azụ nwanne m nwoke m na-echekwa gị echi na nke Lion ịma ka o si dịrị m ya ka na-eji ọkpọ ya ka na-esika nzitere gị voicemail ya gazie Ebon we move.
Yes, thank you. You can hear the voice. In the country where I am, they call it haram. In fact, all the against their law to post number on screen. If you I post my number here, and I have an email 6 months, which is 1 year. How they are possible? That is the law. And then you can't pay fine though. You go in straight 1 year, which is 6 months. So I can't. That is why India blocked the number. As name we keep here on. Unless anybody who knows the number can tag it on his own. But for me, I will not. Because when they check, if the information comes and you put number, with they tell you that you are not the one, you are free. Because they know when you put and when another person tag the number. That is why we can't. That is why I always call the number from my mouth. I'm giving it out from my mouth. That one, there is no law that will hold me. But once you put it here to be permanent, my brother, no problem. Oh. So if you wanna call, listen to the number again. +973360513337 +973360513337. That is the number to call. We have only 2 minutes left. If you get a call, because if you don't get a call, you're going to end the program, because I have program with Mars Humble Lion by 11 o'clock. So I have some hours to or 10:30 thereabout. Yes, 10:30. But if I'm late, maybe by 11 I will be there. So as we are listening, there is something I want us to listen to, depending on the program that we are treating today. You have a first caller. You have a first caller. Let us listen to our brother. Maz, good morning from here.
Hello, Master.
Good morning, my brother. You're welcome. Go on.
Hello, Tim. Hello, Tim. How was you?
From here, I say, thank you so much. You're welcome,
Maazị asị m Chineke gọziere gị n'ọrụ ọma ị na-arụ maka ihe gbasara njem nnwere onwe Biafra. Asị m Chukwu okike abịa ma gọzie gị n'Eke, gọzie gị n'Afọ, gọzie gị na Nkwọ, gọzie gị n'Orie. Ihe eji ebi n'ụlọ agha akọ gị, ihe nwoke eji eleta famili ga aga akọ gị. Asị m okike were otuto n'ebe ndụ gị nọ. Chekwa gị, chekwa ezinụlọ gị. Chekwa ihe na-enye gị, asị m ha chekwara m gị, because ozi ọma ị na-agbasa ọ na-aba na siki. Eziokwu ka m na-agwa gị, the message is very clear. The message is very, very clear. And it means that whatever our government, the US government are doing are in order. They are imperfectly in order. You can see the way you are narrating, you are saying, bringing the information from the convention, various conventions on international principles of new nation. You can see the message very clear, and you can see our government are in line with all those international principles.
Yes, so
most of our people, the funny thing about it, they say ignorance is a disease. Most of us here are ignorant of all these international principles. We have not done it before. We have not followed democratic principle before. Now that we are in the democracy process, so many things will lose so strange to so many of us.
Yes.
But this campaign, this sensitization you people are doing, are the most, they say the most important aspect of the freedom. Which whatever policy the government are bringing out, you come out on air and clear and sensitize our people. Tell them the reason why we need to do this, why we need to incorporate this. When this whistle was introduced earlier, they criticized it. They say, how can you use a whistle against someone that with AK-47? They begin to propagate. They begin to blackmailing. But they've forgotten that there is somewhere it was enshrined in international law that as a new nation, that these are that you need to do. You understand? They want the woman to jump protocols so that tomorrow they will get her arrest. And when they get her arrest, the journey will just start another. We will be in disarray for some time before we pick. This is a movement. Each time there is the leader is arrested, there must be effect of it. The absence of the leadership will into effect. And that's what they want. So that the woman will make the mistake. And when she made a mistake, they will capitalize on it. And to affect the movement, no matter how it look like, to affect the movement, before the movement will pick up. And it will linger, and the time duration will be longer. So all these are the plans of the enemies. And the woman, I don't know where that woman came from. I don't know. Because that woman, like I always say, that woman is an extraordinary human being. God who made me. If at all, man, the kind of pressure these people the woman could have made a blunder mistake. And today, I don't think we'll be talking about the after now. But God be glory. The woman, she's the chosen one. That's the bottom line. She's the chosen one. And she's always in line. Everything she's doing, it was in line. You understand? You can see the survival waste tonight. It has arrived in the whole land. And the people, with time now, it will be distributed. You can see how the thing enters. To tell that it's not prohibited. Even the government of the state knows that it's not prohibited.
You had it on Geneva Convention, chapter 3, article 2 said it's not prohibited. That a combatant army of a new declaration of independence country with the civilians can use it for safety and send a signal that there is a danger.
You can imagine. Most of them have not even gotten to that article that you mentioned now. None of them know that such a thing exists. They are there. How can you use voice against someone that's coming with AK? That was all their propaganda, all their noise making. If they're not, as we are bringing this message to their hearing, they will now understand that the woman is in order. This is what all our independent platforms be talking about. This particular whistle, everybody should be talking about this. The message needs to be spread across all the Biafran land so that people understand the need that we needed this survival whistle for we to be using it against our enemy. We don't want to behave in a civilized manner. Like the European Union told us that they cannot accept Biafra in an armed struggle. They will take Biafra in a democratic process, which we are doing. All this is a democratic process.
Yes, diplomatic movement.
It's a democratic process. And that's what all the international community wants us to be doing. So that at the end, there is a level that will reach. When these people are coming, they will say, allow them. They have done the needful.
Yeah.
You know, that's the necessary thing, not to be talking nonsense, carry water. And then we can come mother to come, I'm on how, no more. Come mother call. How will we again? That's the bottom line of it. And I am talking that way. We don't want to lose our men unnecessary.
Yes,
sir. From untimely death. And that's what the woman is doing. And when it comes to the Biafran line, you can say there is a calmness. There's the noise. So many people are calling me, telling me that those volatile areas, they are telling me now at least they have a breathing now. Some of those volatile areas, they called me and told me that the area are at least they can breathe now. They are not enjoying it. So we can't be continuing that kind of volatility.
Yes, because Masnan kind of told you that
must be changed.
There's something Masnan kind of said that the Biafra we are looking for, that we are going to be fighting with the Nigerian government, but our people are going to be safe and going to their farm war. That what happened before will not happen again. That is the measurement, the area that the government are working towards it right now, and people are not paying attention.
Definitely, the woman really doesn't have attention. She really bringing there is calm. Honestly, there is calm. To compare to before, the woman bringing stability. The woman wants our soldiers to be friendly. That's why she told them that you should remove your mask, so that the people that they are protecting will know you and you will know them.
And we have become a sovereign state with this Montevideo Convention 1933. The Lord there guides us, the military.
Yes.
If anything happened to them, this is part of the thing. All these things is a trap that government are setting for Nigeria to fall. So we can use and name them on the international global stage. You must set an open trap for your enemy to fall. Once he fall in, you grip him.
Definitely. You can see what is happening. You can see what is happening between Israel and Qatar. You can see what Israeli said.
Yes.
They said that the Qatar are they are hiding the terrorists, and that's the reason why they invaded the sovereign nation. You can see.
Yeah.
So all these are the game. If you don't really understood the international law and international principle,
if you understand that this is a politics, it's a political movement. So when you see the Dr. Abes is from Igbo World Congress, that is from People's Club of Nigeria. He puts somebody that his father is a former governor, his brother is this and that. They do not understand it. It takes a politician to win the movement. That is why Mazen Nandekan is a politician. That is why Bato Obie is a politician. And among all the cabinet members, Ngozi Abeze is outright a politician among those that they are there. These are pure truth. This is pure truth.
The background that woman came from, the background that woman came from was ordained by spiritual hierarchies. She was a chosen one. Let me tell you one thing in life. In anything you want to be in, maybe assuming now you are 20 years or 15 years, if you have been chosen, the necessary experiencing and the training, you must undergo it. Unknowing to you.
Yes.
Does Ngozi Abeze know that today she will be a leader or in a country? The answer may be no.
Yeah.
But God has chosen her, making her to be politically wise, politically exposed, politically experienced. For you to lead the nation, you must be a politician. So the environment she operates, the environment she has been existing, has given her the clue to withstand what is happening. That's why she could be able to do what she's doing today.
Yes.
The experience was needed. And that's why the only thing is when you are a chosen one, everything you are doing are perfectly in order. You can see how she was moving the affairs of the USD government. To tell you that she's not a novice. She's not a novice.
She
knows the
understands
game. They call
leadership.
her on,
She understands the quality of leadership also.
Definitely. That's what I say. That leave those mediocres that criticize that. They have nothing to offer. They don't know what it means to be a leader. He must have the charisma of a leadership. He must have the quality. She has been exposed and have the experience. That's why she could be able to do what she's doing today. And I'm so much amazed. I was so much happy when I saw the woman that she was really choosing. And you can see how things are going. Forget about those people that are envy and jealous that will kill them. That they are making noise here and there.
There is one question I ask anybody who is that cabinet. Why are you not there when she was being chosen? What are you doing? Why did you not choose the way she was being chosen? Why are you there when she was the COS? Are you not there when they asked her to protect the mandate? Are you not there when they form 4-man committee that are going to present those who are going to be ruling into as a cabinet member? Immediately Biafra was declared. Are you not there? Are you not there when they told that she's the surrogate? Where are you? What are you doing? Ndeba is no konye sia bwe kaka sia korea. Ki sia bwe kaka sia korea. And DJ na school ki sia make ndegu siwa like kege. Nyegi position.
Definitely
what it is.
Definitely, my brother. God is in control. Let me submit it. God is in control. I'm so much happy, man. Continue to do the good work. God will be your strength. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, we can have our brother making a very important submission this morning. I hope you heard what he said. Set the record straight. Forget that sin, that shenanigan they're doing social media. The truth must prevail. The truth must what? Prevail at all time, at all cost. Please, if you're not subscribed on this page, RealBiafraTv, please go and subscribe. Also, like and share the program. That is how you are making other people in Nigeria, anywhere they are in Biafra land, to cue in and learn from what we are saying, for them to be strong and understand. You know that lies always first come outside. We have a caller. Let us know that is it, our people. Yes, Kevin, Onyama. My brother Kevin, good morning from here.
Why have you on, sir?
Thank you so much.
Good morning.
Good morning from here. You're welcome.
Always happy to be in your program. Very educative.
Thank you so much.
Each part our government, each step they take, you just bring it out for us to see that they are in line.
Yes, sir.
I want to really appreciate you because when people don't understand something, instead of them to learn about it, to know about it, they just come out, they rush out to begin to make pronouncements, to reject, without dancing naked in the public. People, somebody like this, Lasuba, though we know that that woman is a crazy woman, but the people who are listening to her, who I'm talking to, how can they be listening to that foolish person who has nothing to offer? That woman is just there for distraction. So speaking down on the even with apart from you reading this place now, from the floor, I never knew. But apart from common sense, will tell us that whistle is good, not for you to use to fight the enemy, but for you to use to prevent when the enemies are coming, you see them first, you blow the whistle. People will be on an alert. It will now attract the armies who are in charge. Common sense should tell us this thing, but in fact, she has no common sense. That is why she turns everything upside down. If not, why would somebody kick against whistle? If our forefathers they use ogene,
yes.
With ogene and whistle, which one is louder? Is it not the whistle? Then that even brings me to the topic of this man with the 247. It is yesterday I now confirmed very well that what this man wants is for them to hold our DPM.
Yes.
That is his plan. If you watch that video he made, he said that the only battle here and the Muslim can make pronouncement and make this declaration. Is he okay? Does he not know that now people like Ude 247 but people like DPM tell you that no, you came and that's what DPM is showing him. But this Ude 247 which is apart from that normal here, he's wishing our DPM bad wrongly. But because that woman is made from the beginning. The Lord made her from the beginning for this purpose. That is why she will never make mistake. Because this it has been pronounced, okay, prophecy. And when women come on board, Biafra is here. And that is true. Immediately this woman arrived, Biafra arrived with Biafra. We are now going for recognition because we have Biafra. If you don't have Biafra, how are you going for recognition? Because that's why I get forgiven for recognition. Yes. My brother, I just want to appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for always making points, my brother. Thank you for that nice submission. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We must continue.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, my people. It doesn't matter who you are. Let me say this word to all of us. Let me tell us this. Count how many men who has fought for this Biafra. And where are those men today? A time has come. The hand has changed. Now it's time for women to do it. And remember that in a house you have a good woman. You know how the house look like. Many prophecy comes out. Ugo 247 play that prophecy on his platform. When one pastor was saying that a woman will declare Biafra. Not only that, Mmaga also mentioned about that. That a woman will declare Biafra and has come to pass. They are not getting that part. And that woman will just come and declare Biafra and disappear. She will not carry on. She will not do any job. I am sorry for the level of our people, how they behave and how they understand things. The world is another different thing. And what is happening now is another different. So it's a time, whether I like it or not, that Biafra has been re-declared. And somebody must lead. It has happened that a woman will lead. If you never believe that she will lead, you're on your own. I am sorry for you. But the most happiness of what she's doing, that everything she's doing is under international law. She's getting everything right. So I want to tell you this morning, you have heard all you have to say. I want to tell you that we must, every hidden truth, we must bring it out for you to notice it, for you to know about it. Please join us today again on Mars Humboldt Lion in some hours, few hours to come. There we are going to discuss two things today. Remember. Also, we are going to discuss about after declaration, the danger that follows after declaration, you fall back. We are going to do that. We're also going to go on the part of this whistle. Again, after maybe 1 hour or 30 minutes thereabout, you will see. Just look for Humboldt Lion platform, subscribe there, and you will see. So please like, share, subscribe on this page so others may see the lot of work that we are doing to the Biafran people. Please endeavor to do that. So from me, from here, I will say, have a wonderful day. Have a pleasant weekend ahead of you. Thank you so much for coming here. Bye for now.